Okay, so I took the hatch out yesterday and I was giving some buddies of mine a ride, and you're not really gonna believe this, but that right there is the other insane shaft. And I just blew it up when I was doing a second gear pull. Right in the middle of the pull, it just like exploded and we had to pull over, and I ended up jacking it up. Charlie came and helped me, and all I did was take off this upper ball joint. I just separated that and I was able to pull this out, and I didn't even take the tire off, and I was able to pull that out far enough and then slip this back in to get it home. I was just like down the street, and then it popped out again right when I got into the driveway. I'm not sure how much you guys know about these axles, but pretty much how it works is there's, on this side at least, there's these 3 bearings. There's supposed to be a bearing right here as well. This one's like completely disintegrated now. It flew apart. But there's 3 bearings. So there's one here, one on the bottom, and then like one on the over here. They make a triangle, whatever. And then those just slide right into here. There's little slots where the bearings can slide in. So the only way this can come apart is for it to actually slide out. Like, nothing broke, but what happened was this somehow got too far out and it let that pop out, and then it just ripped through that boot and messed some stuff up. So I called Insane Shafts and they want me to send this one in as well. I may need to talk to them about like their design. I don't know if I got the wrong one for my car. But what I'm thinking what happened is this axle was too short lengthwise right here. Like, it was just right on the edge, because when I put this back in, it was barely grabbing. So what I think what happened was it was a little too short, and my motor mount, I don't know if you guys know, but I did put this in one video at one point. The motor mount right here is cracking, and it got a little worse. It's starting to separate right there and right there. See this, the light coming through? That's all a crack right there. So the whole motor's kind of shifting this way, just barely though. Really not at all. Here, actually, let me close the hood real quick, and I can show you just how much it moved over. Because my hood exit used to line up perfect, and now it's just slightly over. Like, not even a ½ inch, like a ¼ inch it moved. So I'm pretty sure in the middle of the pull, the motor kind of torqued over or whatever, and that was just enough to pop that axle out. So that kind of blows, but I'm not going to disappoint you guys, because here is the other insane shaft they sent me to replace the other side, which now has an eBay one in it, and I'm going to put this one in on this side right here, and we're going to go do a burnout. So I honestly don't know if I should even put this one in, because this one could also like not be the right one, but I promised I would do a burnout. I didn't really promise, but I want to do a quick little burnout. So I'm going to throw this one in there, and hopefully the hatch will be good just to do a quick little burnout. And once that's all said and done, the hatch is honestly probably going to be chilling for a bit, and I'm not going to be taking it out, because like you saw, those mounts need to be welded, and it just, I don't know, I need to get some more parts for this thing and make it solid again, like how it used to be, because I feel like I've been breaking stuff way more often on this thing than I have in the past. So still need to get the tranny stuff done and just a whole bunch of other things. But for now, I'm gonna get this guy in and hopefully take it out and go do a quick burnout for you guys. But it just kind of sucks because I broke both of the insane shafts that I got for this car in less than a couple months. So I need to talk to them. At least they're willing to like help and talk me through it. So I'll let you know how that goes once I get all that stuff sent in. And these axles are rated for 500 horsepower, so there should be no reason why they couldn't handle that. I was going from a roll, so there shouldn't be that much stress on them at all. I'm not coming out of the hole from a dig with shitty tires on, and the car is turned down. So there should be no reason they couldn't handle that. So I don't know why it came apart. Gotta break this axle nut off, get the new axle in.
That was easy as fuck. If you're gonna break it with a breaker bar, pull upward, don't try to put your weight down.
We're gonna show you how to break a ball joint if you don't got a pickle fork.
This is actually better than using a pickle fork, because
I disagree, but that is his opinion.
Pickle forks will tear the boot. Unless you're planning on replacing the ball joint.
I still use a pickle fork because YOLO.
All you need is a pry bar and a hammer. You just want to pry up on this and then hit it from the side.
Get her done. Now we just gotta pull the fork off right here, and then we'll be able to slide our axle. Actually, you can pull the axle out right now real quick. Let's see, hit this guy with the hammer. Right here, watch and learn. You just kind of hit this guy. Oh, it's still a little stuck in there. Oh, there it goes. I just gotta pop that guy out. Dude, we should just run it no axle. That's just more weight reduction.
Do you have your old eBay one?
The old eBay one?
We should measure them.
Yeah, we should, honestly. I actually have the old snapped one. I think it's sitting on the bench over there. We can see if they're different lengths, because I never had a problem with the eBay ones. The only time I broke the eBay one was right here on the end. It snapped off, and that's like how they should break. If they're gonna break, they shouldn't be flying apart and shit. Well, this is my old eBay one right here. As you can see, this is where it snapped off. But something I just realized, this axle that they sent me back is for the other side. So as you can see, this eBay one would be for the right side, but this one's broken. And I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to use this or not. The only option we have right now to get the car running is, this is the insane shaft right here that I just broke. And the bearings on the end of it are all fucked. There's only one still intact. So the only thing we can do right now is hope that the bearings in the eBay one are the same size as these right here. And then there's a C-clip right there that holds it all on. And if we can just take that off and then just swap that little bearing assembly out and it slides right in, then we'll be good to go. But I'm not sure if this eBay one is the same size or not. So this one's already broken anyway, so I'm just gonna tear it apart and we'll find out. There we go. That guy out of the way. There's gonna be a whole bunch of grease in there. Oh, and there's that one. So, got a lot of cleaning to do in there to get that guy apart.
Pull that other one off, it'll take a lot of that grease out.
Oh yeah? Will it fit through there? I don't think that will fit over the bearings. I think I gotta slide it down. It's the only thing we can do. Ooh, gooey. Okay, so we just got the little set of bearings out. This one right here was off the insane shaft I just broke, and then this is the eBay one. It took us a second. That's why we didn't record any of it. We had to use all of our hands. These little snap rings right here were a bitch. So got these off. And we got lucky, they are identical. So the eBay one, we just tested it, it slides right on there. So we're just gonna put that on, put the snap ring back on, and put it back in the car, and we should be good. So, yeah, but then I'll have to probably take it back apart later, because I do need to send that shaft in, because they wanna take a look at it as well. And I'd rather get that one replaced if they're willing to do it than keep this ghetto one right here. But we'll get it back together real quick, and hopefully go do a burnout. Get it? There it goes. Yeah. Oh, that would have been way easier if we had the right pliers for that or whatever.
Snap ring pliers?
Yep.
We had scissors.
We used a scissor and a socket. Get that back on. But that should work, so yeah. Hopefully this fits in there now, but since that worked, we didn't even have to take anything apart. That just made it way easier. Only had to pull that top ball joint off pretty much. Oh, there he goes.
It's in.
Yep. So I got it here. I don't know. I want to kind of show the camera. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. I want to show how close those are to coming out. Can I see it? So since this boot back here is already ripped, I can show you. I think this is like maybe a little design flaw or something, but it's kind of hard to see, but they are like just resting on the edge. So I think that has something to do with my motor shifting over just barely, but they still shouldn't be that close to coming out. At least I don't think so. So I'm almost worried that that's gonna pop out on us if we try Burnout.
Probably.
I was thinking maybe like put like a washer to keep it like this way more. Like put a washer on the inside of here, so I don't know. And when I spin it, it's like, you can hear that there's like a whole bunch of play. Cause it's like just on the edge. So just my motor shifting over like that, like 1/4 of an inch was enough to pop that thing out. So I'm pretty sure it shouldn't be that far out. It needs to get way in there. So I'm not sure if we were gonna try Burnout yet, but I need to figure out how to make this a little less ghetto, or else that's definitely gonna pop out. All right, so what I'm gonna try to do is I just cut off this little piece of tubing right here, and I'm just gonna set that guy right on there when I put it back together. So then when I put this nut on the end, on the outside of the rotor, it won't pull the axle all the way in. It'll only pull it in up to that. So then hopefully that'll be enough to keep it in right here. So that's the plan. Got all that back together. This is pretty ghetto because this nut only goes on so far, but hopefully that'll be enough to keep the axle from popping out. And we're gonna go try to do a Burnout. These tires are pretty shit, so it's probably gonna fuck those up pretty bad. And I'm only gonna be doing a Burnout in 2nd gear since my 3rd is fucked. I would have liked to do a 3rd gear Burnout, but sadly I broke it. So only gonna do 2nd gear for right now. Okay, so we just drove the hatch around for a bit. We were gonna go do a Burnout, but we noticed when we were driving, my hood exit was actually flexing like a lot when I was getting on the gas, just like in the tiniest bit. So I'm not sure if that motor mount over there is flexing or not, but as you can see now, my little cover for the dump on the hood is all bent because the motor was actually pushing itself up into that. So that kind of sketched me out. I mean, the axle held up fine. That spacer that I got in there, it's holding it in there just fine. It probably could do it, but I don't want to risk it right now, just in case something did break and we'd be out in the middle of nowhere. And I really don't want to do more damage to the car right now. So I know you guys do want to see a Burnout in this, but I'm thinking right now, I just need to stop messing with the hatch and get it back and get it solid before I start doing more dumb stuff with it. And for now, we may go do a Burnout in Wago. So I'm just not sure if Wago, I don't know if its clutch can hold up to it. It's just a stock clutch, but I might throw the wheels and tires off the hatch on Wago real quick, and we're gonna see if Wago can do a Burnout. And it is getting dark out, so by the time we get out, I'm sure it's gonna be really dark. So we'll probably just bring like Charlie's snap-on light or something, so we'll see. So I just took the Steelies off the hatch and put them on Wago. So hopefully Wago will do a pretty good Burnout. Got it in 2-wheel drive, so just the front tires are gonna spin. It's probably only gonna leave one, but we'll see. I know you guys wanted to see a Burnout in the hatch, but hopefully you can understand. I just really don't want to break it more than it already is. So hopefully Wago can do a decent Burnout. And I've never had these wheels on here, but these are the wheels I had on Wago. They look pretty good on the hatch, but too bad the hatch isn't Stance Nation. But I promise I will do a Burnout in the hatch eventually. Just not right now, just because it's hurting. It needs some love. So for now, we're just gonna see if Wago can do a decent little Burnout.
Burnout in the wagon? Yeah. Shit. Here comes the car. Go. Oh, fuck, I can't turn this light off. It's just a Jeep, don't worry. It's about to go into a massive cloud.
Was it pretty good?
Yeah.
Oh, just got back. So that was Wago's first ever Burnout on pavement. I've only done Burnouts with it in snow, so that's a first for Wago. It would have been way better, but I let off for that for that car. So I wanted to hold it way longer, and that was in first gear. Tried it in second, and I roasted the clutch a little bit. So that's kind of sad. The clutch is already pretty fucked in Wago. Yeah, the clutch started smoking. So, oh well, that was Wago's little burnout. So, I know you guys wanted to see a burnout in the hatch, but I just don't want to break it. So, it will come eventually though, I promise.
And I'll do one in mine if it ever runs.
Yeah, once we get Charlie's Wago going again too, we'll do a rowdy burnout. I wonder if it would be good enough to do all-wheel drive.
Yeah, and definitely if it's wet.
Let's chain it to like Mitch's truck.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. So, hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing some more work on the hatch soon. Get it up and running again.